Welcome back to the YouTube coverage of ADV Revival 3 Pokemon Tournament. We are in the Swiss stage, and we are back with another one of YSL Intin, also known as the YouTuber pChal. This match against Rasmus 776. So let's see what goes on here. Smeargle opener into the Jinx. Okay, so pChal sticking with the Jinx opener outspeeds the Smeargle, who will be put to sleep. We put behind that substitute setup. Seen this one before. Metagross in will resist the Ice Beam pretty handily. Meteor Mash is super effective, however, will only get rid of the substitute. Switch out to Zapdos, who will resist the Mash, however, will take a substantial amount of damage, most likely banded there. Switch out to the Tyranitar, putting Sand on the field. Thunderbolt does respectable damage, but not going to be enough to force the Tyranitar out. Taun Pass into a Suicune as the Tyranitar Dragon dances in front of the Suicune. Rock Slide down, looking for a flinch, looking for some hacks. Does get it in the form of the Hydro Pump. Leftover chip healing not really going to be a factor. There's the critical hit. There's the hacks we thought there might be. Some good sportsmanship with Rasmus saying my bad. A Jirachi in with a Hidden Power. I'm thinking Hidden Power fighting, perhaps. Zapdos comes in on the Earthquake. This is a scary Tyranitar. It's unclear if pChal has any actual answers left to it. Dugtrio in will be outsped. Looks like this game one might be over just about as quick as it started. Jinx is in. Hidden Power to ensure, most likely Bug, smart to not take any chances with a Rock Slide miss. Earthquake will wipe out the Jirachi. There's a Raikou in the back, but it will not be long for this world, as a quick, clean match goes in the favor of Rasmus 776. So with that done and dusted, 15 turns in, let's get into game 2. So pChal sticking with the same team. Looks like Rasmus might be doing the same. This time Lovely Kiss misses. The sleep goes the other way as Spore lands. Spikes come down. Free spike turn. Raikou in. Explosion from the Smeargle will take the Raikou low. Gonna have to switch out to something here to take the damage from the Aerodactyl. Will be the Jinx getting sacrificed, as the Jinx was asleep. Jirachi in will at least force the arrow out. Gengar comes in on the Rachi, will be outsped. And in chat, Rasmus says that he brought the wrong Gengar set. So goes ahead and uses the Metagross to clear the Jirachi out of the way. Game still reasonably close. Looking like the same team here from pChal as the Hydro Pump connects this time. Sticking with the Dragon Dance from Rasmus. And switches in for the Dugtrio. We'll see. Okay, it still outspeeds. So the Tar is out of the way. Problem is that now he knows that there is a clear angle to just keep on hitting with the double edge. Suicune will tank it, counter with the Hydro Pump, will take out the Aerodactyl. Kingdra in. Unique last mon, but with the Calm Mind. Ooh, okay, Hidden Power Grass. So you're saying there's a chance. Raikou is in on the Kingdra. Big Thunderbolt damage. Rain Dance about to set up. Ice Beam will take out the Raikou, maybe looking to predict some sort of swap here. Hydro Pump on the Zap. And Zap will get the KO. The Gengar set possibly turning the tables there. What a fast series. Game 1 was 15 turns. Game 2 was 16 turns. So, before we get into Game 3, just want to thank everyone for watching the video. Thank everyone for the feedback on my commentary. It's been a joy to cover these matches and to work with Revival tournaments. So please, support the channel, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. This grassroots esports movements like this are often, they're not easy, obviously. They're not well funded. So it's really people doing it out of the passion for the game out of the goodness of their hearts. So please continue to support Revival tournaments. So with that said, let's get into a highly anticipated Game 3. So Zapdos and finally a different team from pChal into the Hariyama. Immediate swap to the Metagross with the Baton Pass. Will get the leftovers knocked off. Psychic in on the Melodic. Right, a lot of switching going on here. Positioning. Gengar in against the Celebi. Another Baton Pass back to the Metagross. So Burn comes down, but the Metagross is looking to use Psychic here. So it does get the Gengar. Interesting trade. Putting the Tyranitar in on the burned Metagross, who will land a mash, will not do that much damage, again because of the burn, because there's no ban. And of course, the burn does the extra little tick there. Dugtrio back and going fast again. That'll take out the Tyranitar. Fortress Answer. Celebi comes in against the Fortress, maybe looking at a Hidden Power Fire situation. Most likely the case, because the Hariyama comes back in. Now with that knockoff and the sand on the field, could be very interesting. So knockoff will get rid of the leftovers on the Kingdra. However, if the Kingdra manages to get a weather clear, which it does, then at least you won't be taking as much chip damage on the rest of your Pokemon. What will do some chip damage, though, is the Spikes and the Toxic. Toxic landing from the Milotic and just spamming that Toxic, and now it's on a target that has no way to heal itself. Hidden Power Grass not doing a too meaningful amount of damage because of the ability on the Milotic. Recover, and really this is a tough situation to break the Milotic in. The recover, the toxic damage stacking up, going to be able to just wait this one out. Doesn't actually have to interact with the Kingdra to get anything done. Celebi back in. Giga Drain, critical hit on the Hariyama. That will restore a good chunk of health. Going to hit with the Giga Drain again. Knockoff is going to come through. Going to lose that leftovers. So getting a lot of value from this Hariyama. It's a Pokemon that has really had its tier, his place in the tier questioned over the recent years, and getting a lot of value from it here. So Calm Mind coming in. We know, okay, Aromatherapy will cure the sleep on the Hariyama. Interesting interaction. However, the Calm Mind boosts are stacking up. There could be a sweeper in the back. This could be going to Zapdos. We'll have to see what exactly happens. Huge Giga Drain. And maybe the Calm Mind boosts are just for the Celebi. But again, Giga Drain does not have a lot of power points. So we saw in the last round a critical running out of Ice Beams. There's the Baton Pass to the Dugtrio. Critical hit gets it out of there. Kind of interesting to see those buffs on the Dugtrio. More spikes will come down. Dugtrio going to continue chipping away at that Fortress. We'll see what he chooses to do with the Fortress here. There's the Explosion. So, 3 spikes, Explosion, Celebi in on the spikes for big damage. Gotta be getting low on Giga Drains here. Toxic does miss, which will help. And this more offensive Celebi going to be put on a timer here because of the Toxic. Remember, no leftovers from the knockoff. Baton Pass with the Calm Mind boost to the Zapdos. Comes in, Toxic misses. That's big. That's really big. It's a good setup for the Zap because it'll be able to just get rid of the Milotic. And now it's just Hariyama against a Calm Mind boosted Zapdos. And Knockoff will get rid of the leftovers, but unfortunately the damage calcs are what they are. Hariyama goes down. pChal wins a probably the closest game of the series, at least in the way that it felt. Looking at the way that pChal was trying to position that Celebi with a combination of Giga Drains and Calm Minds to try and break some of those walls, eventually find an angle to get a boosted Zapdos in there to take it out. And GG's in the chat. pChal said, unlucky man. So both competitors being good sports about it. Fun series. That was a fast series. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. See you in the next video.